of the crisis in Mangu local government area. So I have the charge, Mr. President, to act swiftly to bring peace and security to Mangu, the entire Plateau state, and the whole of Nigeria. And that is why I'm here this afternoon. So I want to appreciate all the contributions that have been made. Before coming here, I've received briefing from the Commander of Operation State Level and the General Officer commanding 3 Division. He has told me that the crisis in Mangu is driven by a lot of factors. The issue of underage tending to cattle and even leading them at night, invasion of farmlands, cattle rustling, poisoning of cattle, access to illicit arms and small weapons. All these are things that have been driving the crisis in Plateau. And from what has been said here this afternoon, it's obvious that this crisis has been ongoing for a very long time. But one thing is also certain, that all of us in this world are humans. And because we are human beings, we can resolve crises. We can find solutions to problems. And that is what I want us to do this afternoon. To find solutions to the crisis in Mangu and the entire Plateau state. So it is in that light that I will plead that we restrict ourselves to the issue in Plateau, in Mangu, so that we can address it as quickly as possible. It started as a spark, but it has consumed a lot of people. And I often tell my soldiers that there's no value that you can place on a human life. So if I tax them to go into a crisis region, knowing fully well that they can get killed, there's no amount of money I can give them that can compensate for a soldier that is killed in battle. So there's no value that I can place on one innocent civilian that was sitting down or sleeping in his hut and he got killed. So for people who have been asking for compensation, I don't have money to give. And even if I have the whole money in this world, it cannot compensate for somebody's life. But I want to resolve the crisis. And that is what I'm pleading that you will just rally around and do with the military. You want to resolve this crisis. It is not in the place of the military to go constructing bridges everywhere in Nigeria or constructing roads. If you can do that, then we'll become a construction company bigger than Julius Baja. And then we'll be doing that. But we can provide security. We can bring warring factions to come to the table and discuss and find an amicable solution to a crisis. And that is what I want us to do. The military is here to provide security to every party. We are not going to take it. First, I want to commiserate with every household that has lost people as a result of this crisis. That had their properties destroyed. It is saddening, but the reality has dawned on us that we cannot continue to live in that way. I've come to Plateau this afternoon to see the situation firsthand myself, so that I will know the direction that the military will go in resolving this crisis. What is happening here in Mangu is what I would call dislocation. You have been living in peace while people all around you have been at each other's throats for a long time. But all of a sudden, something went wrong. So what is that thing that went wrong? Can we resolve it under this law? What can the military do to bring peace? The issue of IDP is a thorny issue. It must be addressed. But what the military will do is to provide security for those communities so that people can go back to their ancestral homes. We will not reconstruct homes. We will not reconstruct schools. The chairman, local government, is here. He has a direct reporting channel to the governor of Plateau State. We are not going to pay salaries and pensions for those who have not been paid, because it's not the military that is a resource to pay pensions and salaries of all civil servants in Nigeria. But we will bring peace, and peace will bring. And so, what I ask this afternoon is the cooperation of all. Just bury the hatchet. Whatever differences that you have had, please let bygone be bygone. We are human beings. And because we are humans, we have the tendency to wrong each other. And that is what has happened. But as brothers, we can come back to the table and say, let us forget the past. We have youths carrying illicit small arms and light weapons all over the place, here in Mangu and the entire Plateau State. And I want to warn this afternoon, that if you have your wards, you have your children carrying weapons, please call them to order as quickly as possible. Collect those weapons from them and submit them to the military. If you don't do that, they will get killed. And if they get killed, there will be no compensation because they are combatant. So collect the arms from them and warn them not to constitute themselves into militia groups. The government has the charge, the responsibility to organize, train, equip, and maintain the military. And the government has done that. So if you have differences, report to the appropriate channel and it will be taken on. The law does not foresee a situation where you pick up arms, military grade weapons for that matter, to go attacking other people. The law does not foresee that. I will not condone it. If I don't tell you the truth, I will only be deceiving myself and covering this fire that is burning here, allowing it to fester and become an inferno. But I will not do that. But I will tell you the truth. There is the need to come together as stakeholders. That is what you have called yourself. You are stakeholders in this community. And so think of that your stake. Don't hold on to positions. Think of that interest. You want your children to grow up, go to school, become good people in the future. But they cannot do that if the schools are closed. They will not have access to Medicare if the hospitals are burnt down. They will not have homes, roofs over their head if their houses are burnt. So we must live in peace. There have been so many commissions of inquiry, and these reports have been submitted to the convening authority, the state government. We have brought to the attention of the state governor the need to revisit those reports and implement the recommendations as quickly as possible. For here in Mangu, what I want to do is for you to tell me that you have communities where people want to return to. How can the military provide security so that these people go back? You have schools that have been burnt and you want to rebuild those schools. As stakeholders in this community, how can the military provide security for you to rebuild those schools? And ensure that those schools are not touched going forward. I believe if we do that, these women, children hanging around in the open, being beaten by rain, can safely return back home. People can go back to work and earn a living, whether it's through farming, whether it's through animal husbandry, whatever is the lawful means, then you can do that. So I call on you, please rally with military. The GOC is here. He has been listening to you. I've been listening to you just for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and what I can tell you is that people are still spewing out hate, bitterness. But that is not the way forward. It will not take us anywhere. What we want is to constructively discuss the issue and find a lasting solution. Going forward, if cattle should graze on people's, such cattle will be arrested promptly, handed over to the police. The force has a composition of the police, the prisons, every agency, and they will make the owner of those cattle to pay for the compensation. If youths go attacking people's cattle, they will be arrested. And if they carry weapon in the process of going to attack such cattle, they will be shot and killed on the spot. Enough of pretending. I don't live in Mangu. Once I turn my back and enter my car, I can forget everything that is happening here and think of my children back home in Lagos. But I'm not doing that. I'm thinking of bringing peace to Mangu, bringing peace to Plateau. At the end of the day, it is you seated here that will be the major beneficiary if there is peace in Plateau. So you must see it in that direction. And that is the stake you have in this project. And that is why you have to tell yourself the truth. And that is why you must be open. And that is why you must be committed to bringing peace. The GOC will identify those communities that we can access as quickly as possible and provide security for people to return back to those communities. People who want to go to farm, even if they cannot return back, they will provide security for them to go in the morning, carry out their family activities, and return back to places where they feel it is safe to leave them to sleep. The local government chairman heard everything, and I believe in the past you have been relating with him. All the other issues that has to do with the state government, he has taken notes. He will take to the governor and ask that the governor attend to those things. I want to say it clearly. I'm not the mouthpiece of Mr. President. It is Mr. Dele Anake that is the mouthpiece of Mr. President. My name tag does not read Dele Anake. It is T.A. Lagada. So I'm not speaking for Mr. President. But I'm speaking as the chief of my staff. I have a charge, I have a responsibility to ensure peace and security, maintenance of law and order. And that I will do. But what if you start asking me to go and present to Mr. President to bring relief materials, palliatives, then you are sending me on the wrong errand. It is dead on arrival.
That's right.
You know I cannot do that. So don't pretend. Don't give me a task that is not within my schedule. I'm not a busybody man. And I cannot pretend to you as if I will do it and leave this room and not do it. But please, I want you to marshal out those points that you know relate directly to the military. Things that the military can do quickly to bring relief to these IDPs, to bring relief to children that have been out of school, to bring relief to members of our communities that cannot access health facilities. That is what we want to do. If you see anybody that is carrying weapon, that is moving about, please report. The military will act. If you see people constituting themselves as militias to go and attack communities, report. The military will act on it. They will take action. If they tell you that they are coming from anywhere and you have that information, even if it's not in Plateau, let us know. The military has been spread all across Nigeria. We have partners with friendly nations. We can even tell them across our borders that they take action. We will do that. I don't have warehouse filled with palliatives or relief material. So please, let us forget what has happened in the past. Let us look forward as responsible citizens, as human beings that the Lord has endowed with that intellect to find problems to solution to problems. And let us find a solution to this problem. Let us find a solution to this problem.